Hello guys, it's Miss Richardson here. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you had a great weekend. So I have some good news for you today. From now on, you can use calculators in math. From this point on, not only am I allowing you to use them, but I am encouraging you guys to use them. So calculators will help you save a little time. Anyway, I just think that's good news. Hopefully you'll enjoy that announcement. If your teacher at school needs confirmation on that, just let me know and I'll be happy to send them a message. All right, so we're going to get started here. So number one, if Jack ate 3 of his cookies and he had 15 cookies, what percent of his cookies did Jack eat? All right, I'm trying to find my pen. Here it is. So he ate 3 out of 15. So we always divide the top number by the bottom number. So in our calculators, hopefully you have one or you can get one. I encourage you guys to get a calculator called the TI 30XS Multiview calculator. This is a great calculator. You can use it through all of middle school and even all the way through high school. My daughter's in college and she still uses the same calculator. It's about $16. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it Walmart, Office Max, whatever you want. Okay. So anyway, if your parents need a link on that, I'll be glad to send them. You'll just have to let me know. So going back to number one, you're going to divide 3 by 15. So 3 divided by 15, always put the top number in the calculator first. So I get 0.2. Well, that's a decimal. And to turn decimals into percent, we multiply by 100. In other words, we move our decimal 2 places to the right. So 0.2 would be 20%. Okay. All right, number 2, how do you find, hold on, let me get rid of all this stuff. How do you find the sales tax amount when purchasing clothes? Jill bought $45 worth of shirts. She had to pay 6% sales tax. How much did Jill pay at the register? Well, we're going to find 6% of 45. So we're going to take our percent, going to turn it to a decimal by multiplying by 100. In other words, we're moving that decimal up or to the left 2 places, 1, 2. So we're going to multiply 45 by 0.06. So I'm using my calculator. 45 times 0.06 is $2.70. Now the question is, how much does she pay at the register? Well, she has to pay for the shirts, which are $45, plus she has to pay $2.70 sales tax. It's still a great habit to line up those decimals, but I can just put that right in my calculator. And I know that she paid $47.70 at the register for her shirts, including sales tax. Okay. All right, number 3, out of 40 students, 18 said they love hamburgers. What percent of students do not love hamburgers? Well, there's a couple of different ways you could do this. We could go ahead and find what percent is 18 out of 40. Or since we're trying to figure out how many don't or what the percentage is that don't, we're going to go ahead and subtract 18 from 40. So 40 minus 18 is 22. So now if 22, what did I just do? Oh my goodness. What are you doing, Miss Richardson? Anyway, 40 minus 18 is 22. So if 22 do not love hamburgers out of 40, well, let's divide. 22 divided by 40 is 0.55, but it asks for a percent. So we're going to multiply that number times 100, and we're going to say that 55% of them do not love hamburgers. That means that 18 out of 40 has to be 45%. Because all 40 would equal 100%, right? All right, so like I said, there's a couple ways you could have done that. All right, so my hope on my videos, you guys will watch me maybe do one or two and then pause the video and try some on your own. That's the best way to do it. And then check the video to see if your answers are right. Okay. All right, so this week you guys are converting measurements. So here are some problems, examples that you might see this week. So a pint is equal to 2 cups. So the question is, how many pints is 8 cups? So basically, we're going from a big measurement to a small measurement. So we're going to divide. So if 1 pint is 2 cups, that means 8 cups is 8 divided by 2 is 4. So on this one, we divided our 8 cups by 2 cups, and we got 4 pints. So on some of these we're multiplying, and some of these we're dividing. Those are our only 2 options on these conversions. All right, if 1 gallon, so we're going from big to small, and here we're going from big to small. All right, so if 1 gallon is 4 quarts, then 6 gallons, so we're going from, we're trying to see how many quarts there is in 6 gallons. So this time we're multiplying 6 times 4, and we get 24. All right. So 1 pound is 16 ounces. How many pounds is 56 ounces? So just like the top one, what did we do when we were missing the big measurement? Well, we're going to divide our 56 ounces by 16 ounces, and my calculator tells me it's 3.5 pounds. So does 3.5 times 16 equal 56? Yes, it does. All right, so number 7, if 1 day is 24 hours, how many days is 54 hours? So this is similar to this one and the top one. So what did we do on those? We divided. So we're going to take our 54 hours. We're going to divide by 24 hours. So 54 divided by 24 is 2 1/4. It's 2.25 or 2 1/4 days. Those are equivalent. All right, so number 8 is similar to number 5. If 1 foot is 12 inches, then 6 1/4 feet is, well, on a calculator, it's easier to use decimals than fractions. So if I want to know what a fourth is, I can divide in my calculator 1 by 4, and I get 0.25. Whoops, I don't know what I was about to write. Here we go. So 1/4 is equal to 0.25. So 0.25, so this is 6 1/4. So 6.25. So I'm going to multiply 6.25 by 12, and I get 75 inches. All right, so we multiplied 6.25 by 12. All right, how you guys doing out there? Let's look at number 9. So 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. What if I know I have 3 1/4 tons? Well, we already know a fourth is 0.25. So I'm going to multiply 3.25 by 2,000 to figure out how many pounds that is. So 3.25 times 2,000 equals 6,500 pounds. 6,500 or 6,500. Okay. All right, number 10, what are we going to do, guys? So this time we have the big measurement. We need the small measurement, just like we did up here, right? So 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. That means that 2.5 times 2.54 is 6.35 centimeters. So if we have our big and we're missing our small, we're multiplying. We have our big and we're missing our small, we're multiplying. right? But this one, we're missing our big, we're missing our big, we need our small. So what are we going to do on number 12? All right, so look at number 11. Now this one, we have a couple of things to do. 1 yard is 3 feet. 1 mile is 5,280 feet. The question is, if I have 5 miles, how many feet is that? Well, the first thing I have to do is find out how many feet are in 5 miles. So 5 times 5,280 tells me that is 26,400 feet. And then if 3 feet is 1 yard, then I'm going to have to divide that big number by 3 to figure out how many yards it is. So 26,400 divided by 3 is 8,800 yards. All right, so how would I check myself? Well, I want to know, do I have enough feet? How many feet would I have to have for 8,800 yards? Well, 8,800 yards times 3 feet is 26,400. And then if I want to know if that's 5 miles, I'm going to divide, to check my answer, I'm going to divide my answer by 5,280. And sure enough, that tells me it's 5 miles. So I know my answer is right. All right, so let's look at number 12. 1 gallon is 3.785 liters. What if I have 18 liters? How do I go back to gallons? Well, I'm going to divide 18 by 3.785, and I get about 4.8 gallons. 4.8 gallons. And I'm checking my math by doing the opposite. If I multiply 4.8 times 3.785, I get a little tiny over 18 liters because I rounded. Okay. All right. I have 2 conversions here. 1 foot is 12 inches. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. If I have 4.5 feet, how many centimeters? Well, first of all, I need to know how many inches 5.5 feet are. So 5.5 feet times 12 inches is 66 inches, 66 inches. And I see that 1 inch is this many centimeters. Well, I have 66 inches. So I'm going to multiply 66 times 2.54. 66 times 2.54 is 167.64 centimeters. That is my final answer. All right. Look at number 14. 1 mile equals this many kilometers. What if I have that many kilometers? Well, I have the small measurement. I need to go back to the large measurement. So I'm going to divide. So I'm going to take those 6.436 kilometers and divide them by 1.609. Let's see what I get. 6.436 divided by 1.609, and my answer is 4 miles. All right, number 15, 1 liter is 1,000 millimeters. 1 gallon is 3.75 liters. What if I have 3.5 gallons? I want to know how many millimeters that is. So the first thing I'm going to do is figure out how many liters this is first. So if 1 liter is this many, 1 gallon is 3.785 liters. Well, I have 3.5 gallons. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply 3.5 times 3.785. So what is that? 3.5 times 3.785. So I have 13.2475 liters, LT, I guess. And then I know that 1 liter is 1,000 millimeters, 1 liter, but I have over 13 liters. So I'm going to multiply 13.2475 by 1,000. Basically, it moves my decimal 3 places to the right. And that is 13,247.5 millimeters, I should say. All right. All right, last one on this section, number 16. 1 pound is about 0.5 kilograms. 1 pound is also 16 ounces. Blank ounces equals 0.5675 kilograms. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to convert my kilograms to pounds. So the first thing I'm going to do is divide 0.5675 by 0.454 kilograms. And that tells me I have 1.25 pounds. Well, 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. So I have a little bit over 1 pound. So I'm going to multiply 1.25 times 16. So 1.25 times 16 is 20 ounces. Where's my pen? There it is. So 20 ounces is equivalent to 0.5675 kilograms. All right, so quite a few steps on some of those. So I hope all these examples are enough for you guys to complete what you need to this week. I'm sure they are enough. All right, now also the other thing you have to do is complex, what do they call them? Complex fractions, complex numbers. Is almost like it's a fraction divided by a fraction. That's what a complex number is. So I'm just going to do some of the problems that I took straight from your quizzes. Some of you will have the exact questions and some of you will have some very similar questions. So it says, which rate is equivalent to the unit rate of 15 miles per gallon? So one of these is equal to, when I divide the miles by the gallons, I'm going to get 15. So let's do the top one. If I divide 30 miles by 3 gallons, I just got 10 miles per gallon. Well, that's obviously not right. All right, what if I divide 3 gallons by 30 miles? Well, that would be 0.1 what? Gallons per mile. Well, that's not what it says. We want miles per gallon, right? What about 4 gallons and 60 miles? Well, 4 gallons divided by 60 is 0.07 gallons per mile. All right, we're not looking for that. We're looking for 15 miles an hour. I mean, miles per gallon. So then the last one would be 60 divided by 4, and I just got 15. What did I divide? I divided miles per gallon. So that's the number I'm looking for. Okay, so you want the word to match and these, I'm sorry, you want the numbers to match, but also miles per gallon. So whatever you're dividing by, that word goes first. Miles per gallon, this is gallons per mile, this is gallons per mile. All right, let's look at the next one. It says, which price choice is the lowest price per ounce? So remember, we always divide our money by our quantity. So choice A, I'm dividing 3.49 by 25, and I get about 14 cents per ounce. The second one, I'm dividing 4.79 by 45, and that one I get almost 11 cents per ounce. So for the same potato chip, do I want to spend 14 cents or 11 cents? Well, 11 cents is a little bit better deal than 14 cents. Okay. All right, next one. Here's one of our complex fractions. It says the Martinez family walked 3/5 of a mile in 3/8 of an hour. What is their unit rate in miles per hour? So we're going to divide miles by hour. So that's why this is a complex fraction, a complex number. We have a fraction divided by a fraction, right? Well, to divide fractions, let me write it out this way first. It looks a little less intimidating. So then when I see this, I'm going to do keep it, change it, flip it. I can multiply straight across, but I know 3 divided by 3 is 1, right? And then if I multiply now straight across, I get 8/5. And 5 goes into 8 once. Hold on. 8 divided by 5 goes one time with 3 left over. So I know my answer is 1 3/5 mile per hour. So I am looking for that. Well, I have 2 options. The first 2 gives me that same answer, right? I know these 2 are not the right answers because I know the correct final answer is 1 3/5. So which of these agree with my math problem I set up? Well, since they want miles per hour, we have to divide miles by hour. So A is the best answer. Oh, well, it's the only answer. Okay, so one little step at a time, you guys. All right, what's next? Let's see. A hyena can run 1/4 of a mile in 22.5 seconds. Which of the following correctly shows this rate as miles per hour? So here's our miles per hour. This, oh wait, this is seconds. Okay. That almost tricked me, you guys. Well, we got to figure out, miles per hour. Well, let's go ahead and find out how many, what would this be in miles per second? So if we divided 1/4 by 22.5, what is that? Let's see. 1/4 is 0.25. 0.25 divided by 22.5 is 0.01111 miles per second. Well, how many seconds are in an hour? Well, I know there's 60 seconds in a minute, and then there's 60 minutes in an hour. So I'm going to take my answer. I'm going to multiply it by 60. That converts it to minutes. And then I'm going to do it one more time, times 60 again. And I have 40. So I multiplied this number by 60, and that converted it, to minutes. And then how many minutes are in an hour? I took that answer, I multiplied by 60 again, and my calculator tells me the answer is 40 miles per hour now. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Well, there's 2 answers that's 40. It's A and B. So these are wrong. So what did we do? Yeah, we divided our 1/4 times our seconds. Now it left off this middle part right here where basically I multiplied by 3,600. It left that part out, but this eventually gave us the right answer. Okay. All right, you guys, I think that was the last one. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope, that was it. All right, so you guys have a great week, and later on in the week, you'll be checking your study guide with my video. So make sure you have completed your study guide. I think it's by Wednesday. I think so. And then you have to take a test. So you're going to take a test with the same teacher you did last unit, if that's convenient for her or him. And I need one of you guys from your school to email me or message me and let me know what day and about what time. You don't have to tell me exactly what time, but about what time you're going to take your test. All right, guys, I look forward to hearing from you all this week, and I hope everyone has a great week and good luck on that test this week. I know you guys are going to do awesome.